Hello, and first off, thank you to Lanmodo. They've sent us a night vision device with also a dash cam. What the camera does, it records in a large angle of vision and it sends the image to here. So when you're driving at night, what you get is, in addition to what you can see in your field of vision, this gives you a wider angle field of vision. It's now booting up, it's powered from the cigarette socket. And as you can see, it really does brighten up the display. An additional set of eyes on the road for you. So I wouldn't recommend watching it fully when you're driving. It's not designed to take your vision off the road, but it's there to enhance your safety and other safety. You know, it can pick up things you can't see with your eyes because of its powerful capability within the camera. So because we tend to drive in a lot of back roads looking for the wild camping and so forth, what I do is I pull over, stop, and this can show me uneven surfaces, places that aren't particularly well lit. It can really sort of brighten up the landscape in front of you and give you that little view ahead before you take the plunge. When it was sent to us, it comes in a box and it came with its own SD card, along with an option to power it from either a cigarette lighter, which is what I've chosen to do, or if you want to have it permanently wired in, it even comes with an OBD adapter, so you can plug it into the OBD socket on your vehicle, because the dash cam also acts as security for you as well. So it's got parking sensors, motion sensors and so forth, so it gives you added security along with greater vision at night. The other added bonus as well, I haven't fitted it on the motorhome, but you can see there's a third socket here. That's for a rear view camera. So you can fit the camera to look at the rear, and of course then you've got vision in both fields, back and front. So if you're reversing, you want to see what's behind you and so forth, that gives you a little bit more again on top. The only downside is the camera needs to be fitted in a protective housing. So in a motorhome, unless you've got a protective housing, it doesn't really fit on the wing mirrors and so forth. So that's a little bit of a downside. It needs to have the ability to fit it to the back. It's called night vision, and that's certainly what it gives you. Yet you've got the road ahead with your headlights and so forth, not particularly brilliant on this van, so it does add that for you. I mean, when we drove to the ferry, it was absolutely slamming it down. It was very dark, even cuts through the fog. You know, it really does give you an added little bit of safety. So when it was delivered, it was a very easy fit. The dash cam itself is on a sticky mount, fits straight on the windscreen, no problem at all, and it was a very good grip. Sometimes they fall off and so forth, so they've used quality 3M stickers. The screen itself fits with sticky pads, and I've put it right in front of me. So it fits there, right where I can see it. It's within my field of vision, so I don't take my eyes off the road to look at it. I use it as a secondary system to see at night. Power wise, it's got a 12-volt cigarette lighter socket, and the other thing it came with, which is the first time I've seen it, is a OBD power socket. So I've got the OBD port here, and it comes with a little socket, and it takes the 12-volt supply from the OBD port and gives you that permanent live. So that gives you the extra security when you're running it, because it's got G sensors. So if there's a impact on the van, or parking mode as we call it, it'll pick it up and it'll start recording. And bearing in mind, I did say I've only got the front camera installed. You can also install a rear camera. You're covered in front and behind for security. It's for people who, similar to us, we like to drive off, not necessarily off-road, but the back roads and the lanes, certainly where we've gone through in Greece and Spain, not particularly well lit. And if you've got a van like this, let's be honest, the lights are awful. So it does give you that additional field of vision. It's got a 45-degree field of vision at 1080p high definition. So it really does open up your field of vision in addition to these. They won't replace these, but they will just add to it. And I find it safest if I'm going to approach an area where it looks a little bit dark, uneven and so forth, I'll stop and I'll use this just to give me that little survey of the area to go, yeah, that looks fine. It's a dash cam, and the added extra is it feeds into the screen. Quite often you'll get a dash cam and it's got a screen on the back. With this one it's got that, it's got the camera and it's got the screen separate. So you can put that screen wherever you want. You know, some people have put it over the rear view mirror because there is no rear view on a motorhome, but I've put it there so I can see it in my field of vision. It did actually come in handy whilst we were at the ferry port. It was foggy, it was blowing a hoolie, it was absolutely belting down, wipers on full tilt, and you can't see much. So you drive slowly, but that thing can punch through the rain and the fog. It really can give you that field of vision, both near and far, just for that little secondary peace of mind. Otherwise to that, I've got to get Corin out and wave the red flag in front of the van, so it doesn't always work that way. All the details are going to be in the description below, and we hope that you found this review useful. Thanks for watching.